We are down to two undefeated teams left in the NFL, the New England Patriots and the Carolina Panthers, both 9-0. But Louie Tee, which one is going to be the last one standing?
Conventional wisdom says it's going to be the New England Patriots, but with Edelman going down now for an extended period of time, no Dion Lewis, we saw the Giants take them to the brink, and they probably should have lost that football game. We've disrespected the Carolina Panthers enough, I think. I think when it's all said and done, the Panthers actually playing in that division, I think they can handle their schedule more so than the Patriots can, because you look at the Patriots division, they could trip up at any time. They've got the Bills on Monday night. That could be a trap game there. This Patriots team with all these injuries starting to look a little vulnerable.
Certainly, without Julian Edelman, that's going to be a huge loss for this team, along with Dion Lewis being out. But this is still the most disciplined team in the league. They implement an offensive scheme and stick to it like no other team that I've ever seen. So I think that discipline is going to carry them throughout the season. I think they're going to be undefeated at the end of the season.
Really?
I think they're going to be undefeated. I haven't seen not one defense that can match up with this offense because of how they wear down defenses with those slow, methodical drives, dominating time of possession. I haven't seen that in a very long time. They do it very effectively.
I watched them play the Giants in Week 10, and the Giants not only were able to get consistent pressure on Brady, they forced him to turn the football over. If Landon Collins, their rookie safety, can hold on to the ball, that game is over. This Patriots team is in trouble because Edelman wins one-on-one matchups consistently. So does a guy like Danny Amendola, but Edelman is the guy that makes, I think, the receiving core go. If you can now look and try to take away Gronk, and I know it's easier said than done, but if you could try to focus your attention on Gronk and make a guy like LaFell or Amendola beat you, you've got a legitimate shot, because now you don't have to worry about someone out of the backfield killing you necessarily in the passing game.
Well, the Patriots were the last team to run the table in the regular season in 2007, so I hedged my bets on the Patriots. My guy Louie Tee here is going with the Panthers. We will definitely revisit this one. All right, we take a look at some of Week 11's marquee matchups, starting with the 8-1 Bengals versus the 7-2 Cardinals. Bengals, big loss, big stage. Now they've got a big game against the Cardinals. How do you think this one's shake out?
I'm really, really anxious to see how the Cincinnati Bengals respond to the first adversity they've had all season long. I mean, I think a lot of people, including myself, expect this team to struggle down the stretch. This is their opportunity to show they're a lot more mentally tough than we're giving them credit for. And so I want to see how they bounce back on the road. Sunday night, tough environment. Tough to go into Arizona and win. I like the Cardinals in this game. I think the Cardinals are poised to make a serious run in the NFC, not just the West. We feel like they're going to win that division now with that big cushion, but in the NFC conference as a whole, that's a dangerous team. They're clicking on all cylinders. I like the Cardinals in that ballgame.
Despite their troubles with the Houston Texans, they have shown throughout the season their defense, that those defensive disguise packages are very effective. How effective will it be against Carson Palmer?
I'm not sure if they can stop that Cardinals offensive attack. They have so many weapons. We saw Michael Floyd have a huge game versus the Seahawks. We know about Larry Fitzgerald. I think Jermaine Gresham is starting to get going at the tight end position in Arizona. I love what they have in the backfield. Andre Ellington made some big plays. I think they're going to have too many weapons for the Bengals to be able to contain on Sunday night.
And will this Bengals offensive line hold up against the Cardinals D-line?
I think they can. I think what you have to worry about is, will Andy Dalton make some mistakes versus that aggressive Arizona Cardinals secondary? That's where I'm a little bit concerned. Will he try to push the envelope and make a mistake with Tyrann Mathieu and Patrick Peterson and those guys back there that can really make some plays to impact the game?
Yeah, the pressure will certainly be there. We will see if he can hold up under pressure this time. All right, a divisional matchup between the Vikings and the Packers. Vikings 7-2 and the Packers 6-3. How do you see this one shaking out?
NFC North family business. The Vikings right now are riding a big emotional high. They've taken the lead. They went out to Oakland last week, got it done. Green Bay's struggling. We see where this is going. This is easily a big spot for the Vikings to take a leap and kind of run away and distance themselves from everyone else in this division. I'm not sure if they're ready to do that or not. I don't want to put the Packers to rest. I don't want to bury them in this division. I'm nervous about this game. If I'm a Vikings fan, I think the Packers are looming and they can take this one.
And the Vikings defense, very aggressive, but the Packers defense has to be more aggressive in this game. I think they should put that 8th, maybe even 9th guy in the box and take away the running game from AP. That has been the #1 consistent play on the offensive side for this Vikings team.
I agree.
Make Teddy Bridgewater beat you.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. If you're going to win this football game, if you're the Green Bay Packers, offensively, you've got to be much better. But obviously, your #1 priority in this game is stop Adrian Peterson and that Vikings rushing offense.
4-5 Colts versus 6-3 Falcons. Falcons still struggling coming into this game, but the Colts, a swish of the quarterback. How's this one going to shake out?
I look at this game and I say to myself, okay, both of these teams are coming off of byes. You've got a situation where I feel like, and I'm still a firm believer in the Falcons turning this thing around. And I look at the Colts and I say they're still kind of struggling. You don't really know what they're going to be, even though we saw what this offense looked like with Matthew Hasselbeck earlier in the season. For them to go into Atlanta and win this football game, I think is going to be tough for them to do. I like the Falcons in this game to be able to establish the run. This is a really bad Colts defense against the ground game. I expect the Falcons to be able to establish the run game and allow Julio Jones to stretch the field deep.
The 7-0 Broncos taking on the 4-5 Bears. A first look at Brock Osweiler in the lineup for the Broncos. How effective can he be against this Bears defense?
A couple of weeks ago, this game was going to be a non-factor on the schedule. But now you look at the Bears and how they're playing, and you look at the Denver Broncos and how they're playing, and all of a sudden now with, like you just mentioned, Brock Osweiler in the lineup, it's going to be very interesting to see how he handles things because he looked really good in the preseason. And I'm not a Brock Osweiler guy, but he looked really good in the preseason. I didn't think he looked that bad last week against Kansas City in spot duty. This is going to be a good test for him because this Bears defense went to St. Louis and really showed us some things on the road against the Rams and forced them to make a quarterbacking change. So we'll see if a young Bears defense can confuse a young quarterback in Brock Osweiler.
And offensively, you imagine they're going to rely heavily on that rookie sensation, Jeremy Langford, who has emerged as a huge, valuable asset out of the backfield. Now has 324 all-purpose yards and 3 touchdowns in their last 2 victories against San Diego and St. Louis. So we will see.
Matt Forte 2.0.
Oh, yeah, 2.0. They're already calling him his protege. I don't know if Matt Forte is comfortable with that. He still wants to have a spot as the primary back. But, hey, we'll see how these matchups shake out. And, of course, a great Sunday afternoon and night of NFL football. That's it for us on this edition of The Playbook. For Louie Tee, I'm Free Gola. See you guys next time.